Let's finish up this segment. Go ahead.
I meant to say this, but here's the reason why the false finishes worked here and why they wouldn't work in AEW. It comes back to something that The Undertaker has said on his podcast, 6 Feet Under, many times. If you're going to do it, these kinds of false finishes, because we're in the day and age where no finisher is really protected anymore, to where it would have been a one and done, like the leg drop from Hogan. You got hit with that, it was over. You got hit with the tombstone, it was over. Almost no one ever kicked out of those, except for a handful of very select people. But the reason it works in WWE is because they still sell when they do those false finishes. And they sell and they stay down and they sell. And they roll over and their eyes roll in the back of their heads and they're dazed. And they're like, what the hell just happened? In AEW, when they do these crazy false finishes, they'll get hit with the craziest move you've ever seen in your life because they're still incredible athletes. But they will pop back up and hit you with their own finisher as a counter, and they'll both go down and then get back up and stand there for the ovation. That's why these false finishes make more sense when WWE does it, because their mentality in WWE is to still sell the effect of those false finishes, the energy it took to kick out. The commentary puts over, God, he must have put everything left in the tank to get his arm up. Oh my God.
I don't know,
But
Mr. Blood.
in
I saw Seth Rollins take multiple GTS and a stomp, and he got back up in like 30 seconds.
No, he was down for a hot minute. He was rolling around, cradling his face, rolling his eyes back, trying to figure out where Punk was and get his hand back on his leg to stop him from trying to get out of the ring. They sell it. In AEW, you'll get hit with a fucking spear, a BTE trigger, and you'll pop back up and just hit a crazy fucking move. And then you'll be like, yeah,
I
standing
think
ovation.
I think the difference here is when they do it in the WWE, they do it in like important matches like these, as opposed to it's
Yeah,
more
it's
common
sparing.
to do it in AEW
Yes,
in like
it's
almost every
it's it's
match.
sparing. It's sparingly used. But this also makes me think of one last thing, and I'm going to pass it back to you because I didn't comment on it. Heyman consoling Punk when he was whispering to him. I have a strange feeling that Punk's not going to use the favor to make this a triple threat. It's going to be a triple threat without the favor. What if, hear me out here, what if the favor is that whoever wins the triple threat gets to be inserted into the title match on night two?
For which title?
What? I'm going to say Cody's. What if the favor is either winner faces the champion after their match or is inserted into their match? What if the favor is to get Paul Heyman to use his pull to turn this triple threat into a number one contenders match? Because at the end of the day, this is the first time Roman's been in a Mania without a title belt in a long time, or a title even having to be involved in it.
I
So imagine if this favor isn't just to make this a basic triple threat, it's the winner gets inserted into the main event.
Yeah, except they're all on Raw.
Doesn't matter. You know, the winner of the Rumble got to choose who was left over. Or sorry, winner of the Rumble chose their person. Elimination Chamber winner got to choose who was left over. So they could. What if they turn this into a triple threat against Jey Uso or Cody?
Hmm. Yeah, I mean that favor still out there. We don't know what the favor
It's
is gonna
got it's
be.
that's you got to assume that favor's coming into play at Mania.
I think the favor is not gonna be as crazy because I think the match is probably at WrestleMania. It's probably gonna be Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins, and maybe the favor would be let's add CM Punk to that match and make it a 3-way.
What a waste of the favor, though, in my opinion, because he's already involved in it because Roman's already attacked him too. He's now a part of it by proxy. Why
Yeah,
waste the favor getting me into a feud I'm already in?
yeah. I no, you're right.
I mean,
It would be very very like kind
it'd
of
be lackluster.
worthless. Yeah,
Yeah.
but I just don't see Jay Uso sharing his moment, his spotlight that
I
he
don't.
deserves with the third
Yeah,
person.
I agree. I don't think they should take the moment from Jay. I think it should be inserting them into Cody. Personally, I don't think if they do that, I'd say
Yeah.
let Jay have his night in the sun.
Yeah. Well, see, that's why this match was so great because we're all
Possibilities.
interested in what the possibilities are, what's going to happen next, what's the big favor, how
It's
is Paul
yeah.
Heyman fall in all of this, and it's WrestleMania season, y'all, and I'm
It's
pumped.
it's crazy to think that this is what WWE is today. And if you were to backtrack 3 years ago, you never would have seen any of these matchups, these combinations, anywhere near the realm of possibility outside of fantasy booking. It's insanely, insanely good TV right